Hello everyone, warm welcome and wish you a happy Teachers Day uh, to all my future lecture. So uh, today in this session we will discuss about one of the important and a serious uh, issue, uh, focusing on with no guest faculty classes hit in many Karnataka government colleges. So the importance or the relevance of today discussion to explore how the government college run by the help of guest faculty, and when the disruption of engagement of guest faculty take place, the class get hampered. So it is not the problem of Odisha but also in other state of India, particularly Karnataka, where the government college totally dependent on the guest faculty, and without the presence of guest faculty the class is impossible to uh, conduct. So let's discuss the whole or entire pictures or the story behind the government Karnataka government colleges. So the thing is, Karnataka government colleges has relieved over 11,000 guest faculty on August 2. So on August 2, 2025, the government of Karnataka disengaged over more than 11,000 guest faculty. Why? Because you know that the guest faculty tenure is 1 year. It is less than also 1 year, even less than 1 year, where for a period of 8 or 9 months, in other words, for the academic 1 year, the guest faculty are being engaged. At a point, the guest faculty is also disengaged. Particularly in Karnataka Government College on August 2, 11,000 guest faculty was disengaged, and only few permanent faculty members, they find it impossible to handle classes for all. As a result, the students are returning home without classes. So the question arises whether there is no permanent faculty, whether the permanent faculty, particularly few permanent faculty, unable to handle the classes, why the government is not appointing the permanent faculty, why the government is not recruiting the pay scales teachers. Is the guest faculty is a solutions or alternative to government the permanent faculty? So the story begins in some colleges there are no permanent faculty members to take classes. So there are some colleges where there is no permanent faculties to take classes. The organization or the colleges are totally dependent on the guest faculty, and guest faculty is the job or the employment type of employment where it is totally uncertainty, it is totally basically unpermanent, and each and every year the requirement for guest faculty is out. So when the post of guest faculty is unfilled, the class is also not taken. This is the problem. Let me put Odisha in this context. In Odisha, there are several government colleges, particularly new 18 government college was opened last years. But these government colleges are run with the help of guest faculties, and you know that the guest faculty tenure is 1 year, and at times the disengagement is also taken place where the time take to appoint a new guest faculties. That period the class is getting hampered. So who will be take care of the class without the guest faculties? So the point is that students have spent almost a month without classes in many subjects, because to appoint or to recruit a guest faculty it may take around 1 month. So between that times, who will take the class of the students? The current semester will be end by October, and they have to appear for examination in November. Right now we are going through a semester pattern of examination, but if the class is not taken in a timely, in a routine manners, then how the syllabus and how the student can going to appear in upcoming examination in November? So it is like happen because of non-permanent faculty. The time left to cover the syllabus is insufficient. Okay, we believe that guest faculty is recruiting in each and every years. Okay, and they are taken the class. However, the times or the moment they take the class, it's very insufficient to complete the syllabus. So it is a very serious and it is a very issue, and it is a very we can say that we should think about that, because we are talking about we are this country, that country, but the serious issue is that there is no faculty, permanent faculty in government college. There are several colleges which are run without permanent faculties. So one of the basically state president, Somakshri H. Simogi, state president of coordination committee of guest faculty in government college, said that the government delayed the recruitment of guest faculty, citing a pending case before the high courts. We know that we are living in a countries, but sometimes the technicality and the procedures create obstacle for us. For example, there are several cases are now pending in the High Court or Judiciary. Take an example of SSB lecture in Odisha. Last 1 year 6 months there was no recruitment of SSB lectures. We should think about the student, those are coming from college to the school without classes, because the class has not solved, the lecture are not appointed in the colleges. So because of the legal disputes, the students are suffering, and each and every sectors, not only the colleges but also in schools, because of the legal dispute and different technicalities, the classes is get hampered. It is a very serious issue that we have to rethink on it. We should take a proper steps so that a unavoidable, a continuous process of recruitment will be taken place. Then a group of people have moved to the court demanding that only those meeting the qualification as per UGC guidelines be appointed as a guest faculty. This issue is being heard in the court. Here the issue is that the guest faculty was filed a case against the UGC or the government guidelines. As per the government guidelines, the teachers or the candidate who want to become a guest faculty, they must qualify the UGC regulation and guidelines. However, there are several teachers, those don't have fulfilled the UGC guidelines, without those don't have NET, they are now declared as ineligible in Karnataka for guest faculties. And the guest faculty moved the court demanding that only those meeting the qualification as per UGC guidelines be appointed as a guest faculties. Okay, so the problem is that however, there are people who have served for decade as a guest faculty, they have no alternative job if they are not continue as guest faculties. So the question is there are several people or several candidates, those are serving, those has been serving as a guest faculty for a decade, since a decades. So if they will not recruit, where they will go? Getting my points? And lecture or the teachers is a noble professions. We are consider, after doing it, we don't have an option to do another things. Getting my point? So the problem is there are several rule and regulation contrary to UGC guidelines, creates a problems present time, because there are number of things which happening in judiciaries that are unable to solve in timely manner. So even as matter is being heard in court, the government should have recruited the guest faculty subject to the court's final order to avoid inconvenience to students. Okay, so here the one suggestion or input come to place, that the government should appoint the guest faculty as per the final order of the court to avoid any kind of disturbance or the obstacle in the student classes. So the point is that there should be a proper recruitment, particularly regular recruitment in colleges, so that we can avoid over dependence on guest faculties, and there should be a non-contradictory rule and regulation between center and the states, because okay, we are following our own rule and regulations, but at a point the state and the center law may clash to each other, leading to the judiciaries, and the recruitment process may be stopped. Therefore the laws or the regulation must created in such a way that in future times there will no problems or no conflict between the center and the states. Okay, so that we can avoid the basically the stop of recruitment. So the outcome of this discussion, that we come to a notice that in Karnataka Government Colleges there is a problem because of the disengagement and not engagement of guest faculty in a proper times, and several colleges don't have a permanent faculty, leading to the student coming from college to their home without any classes. So there are several problems. It is not the problem to, I believe it is not a problem of only Karnataka Government Colleges. It is a problem even in Odisha, even in West Bengal, where a number of colleges are dependent on guest faculty, no permanent faculty in some colleges, where the classes is not taken properly and the syllabus is not even complete in a timely manner. So it is the humble suggestion and request to our policymakers. They should rethink about it and reformulate a report can help to the students recruiting the permanent faculty in government colleges as well as the non-aided colleges, so that our syllabus can complete without any problems. Our student can get good education, quality educations, and our visions and mission of Odisha's to a prosperous state in particular, and India as a developed country in general, can be imagined. So thank you so much.